Hello. Now today we shall start with fresh new chapter, part 1 of chapter number 6, paper 2 of Digital Electronics 12th standard. It is AD and DA converters. A stands for analog, D stands for digital. And we have to see in this chapter two types of converters. One is analog to digital converter and the other one is digital to analog converter. So let us start part 1. Now open my notes on page number 97. This is the chapter AD and DA converter, chapter number 6. So let us start with it. First we shall see what is analog and digital. Analog means the smoothly or linearly varying electrical signal with respect to time. Means if any signal is changing its magnitude with respect to y-axis, in that case, that particular signal is considered as analog signal. Let us see the example here. Suppose I draw the x and y axis over here and suppose we take voltage on y axis and time on x axis, and if I draw this kind of waveform, something like this, then this waveform is considered as analog waveform, because every time as the time is progressing here, the magnitude of this signal is changing without any abrupt changes. There are no abrupt changes, means there are no sudden changes taking place, but the signal is changing its quantity, magnitude with respect to time at a smooth style, in a smooth style. So such signal is considered as linear signal or simply analog signal. In the same way, you already know how the sine wave progresses. If I again take x and y axis over here and I draw the sine wave like this, then this sine wave is also considered as an analog signal. So analog signal means any signal which changes smoothly or linearly with respect to time. Such signal is called as analog signal. Means it has infinite variations in a given unit of time. All physical or electrical quantities in nature are electrical signals, are analog signals. Remember this. Sound, temperature, sound, heat, vibrations, and all natural quantities are considered as analog signals. But digital signal is rather different. Digital signal is always artificial. Note down this point. Digital signal is always artificial. It changes suddenly with respect to time. For example, let us see the example over here. I take x and y axis over here again. On y axis I take voltage and on x axis I take time. Then the digital signal will look something like this. Means there will be sudden changes taking place. Suddenly the voltage will be maximum here. It will remain maximum for a given unit of time. This time, suppose, say T1. So for T1, the voltage of this particular part of the waveform or the signal is constant and it is maximum. Then suddenly the waveform voltage drops and it becomes 0 over here. Now during this particular time span, the voltage of this waveform remains 0. This is suppose time t2. Then you can see during time t1, the voltage of the waveform is maximum. During time t2, the voltage of the waveform is 0. And you can see when the voltage is maximum, it is maximum and it remains constant for a given unit of time, for a particular unit of time. When it is 0 during time t2, it remains 0 for the particular unit of time and it never changes during that particular span of time. So, in digital signal, there are definite conditions. Either the voltage will be maximum or the voltage will be 0. In some cases, there are other types of digital waveforms also in which we can draw them in first and fourth quadrant like this. The waveform may be like this also. It means during this span, the voltage is maximum positive. If we take voltage on y-axis and time on x-axis, in that case during this span, the voltage is maximum positive. During this span, the voltage is maximum negative here. Negative max. So during time t2, the voltage is maximum negative. During time t1, the voltage is maximum positive. And the most important thing, during t1 and t2, the voltage of the waveform remains constant. Such type of waveform or signal is considered as digital signal. So there is a great difference between digital and analog signals, and we are going to study in this chapter how we can convert the analog signal into digital form or the digital signal into analog form. Now we have to see what is the need to convert analog signal into digital and digital into analog. That is very important point to note. Suppose we have one computer or a digital system, and here there is one object or say a boiler in which some particular liquid is boiling, and we want to note down or measure the body temperature of this boiler. Then there is a simple thing to use, that we stick up one sensor to the body of this boiler. Now this sensor will sense the heat within the boiler. Now as we know, heat is a natural quantity and it is in analog form. But our computer here works on digital signals. Computer understands only binary, that is either 0 or 1. Means 0 means the voltage is 0, 1 means the voltage is maximum. Now this sensor will produce the quantity heat into proportional electrical signal, but those electrical signals will be in analog form. So if we connect this sensor directly to the computer to record the heat of this boiler, then this computer will not be able to understand this incoming analog signal. So what we shall require here is that we will have to disconnect this connection and we will have to use one particular circuit over here between the sensor and the computer, and this circuit is called analog to digital converter. This circuit will convert the incoming analog signals from the sensor into proportional digital form, and those signals will then be fed to the computer. So computer will be able to understand the incoming signals. Now we want the output. Now when we want the output on a display or something like that, in that case we will require the variation in the heat or temperature of the boiler in analog form again. So if we connect, suppose we use one display over here, then this display will display the temperature of the boiler in analog form, because we want the variations which are going on within the temperature of the boiler very smoothly. So if I connect this computer directly to the display, then this display will not be able to show you the temperature smoothly. So again there is one problem. What we will have to do is to remove this connection over here and connect another circuit over here, and that circuit will be the DA converter. So this DA converter will convert the incoming signal from the computer which was in digital form. It will convert it again into analog form, and then that particular signal will be displayed on the display over here. So in that way, this complete system will record the temperature of this boiler, which is known as the current temperature, the real time temperature of the boiler. But for that we require both these types of converter circuits. The first one is analog to digital and the second one is digital to analog. So there is one very important thing that we always need whenever we are interfacing analog signal or analog quantity with our digital system, or digital system with some output in the form of analog signal. In that case we require both these types of circuits or converters. Hence in our notes on page number 98, the two particular examples are given: temperature controlling system or temperature recording system, and the other is sound recording system. Suppose we want to record our sound or the voice signal. Suppose I have one microphone over here and I want to record the signal which is being captured by the microphone in a digital system or simply a computer. Now as we know, the sound natural quantity is in analog form. So the output of the microphone, which will be some kind of electrical signal, but this signal will also be having the same nature of analog signal. So we will require one circuit over here, and that circuit is AD converter. So this circuit will convert the incoming analog signal from microphone into proportional digital signal. Then those signals will be recorded within the computer, and after that, once the signals are recorded in computer, now we want to listen to that voice, recorded voice. In that case, we require another type of converter, and that converter circuit will be, of course, digital to analog converter. Here we shall require DA converter, and then we will connect it to the speaker, so that the speaker will produce the replica of the original signal coming up from over here. So in that way, whenever we are dealing with some digital system like computer or microcontrollers or like that, in that case we always require analog to digital and digital to analog conversion. This analog and digital conversion is very useful and the basic need particularly in robotics. In robotics, we use different types of sensors like ultrasonic sensors, then servo motor controllers. In that we use particular sensors and number of different sensors, and in all these sensors we require them to interface, means connect with some kind of microcontroller system. Microcontroller system is always a digital system, so it is necessary that the signals coming up from the sensor, which are in analog form, must be converted into digital form, and that is done with the help of these two types of systems. Analog to digital and digital to analog conversion is therefore very important process, always used in different digital systems in modern technology. So in that way, you have to read this topic. The question is rarely asked on this topic, but sometimes if the question is asked, then you have to explain any of these two examples. Or if you have some idea in order to give a different type of example which contains both analog and digital conversions, then that will also do. But you have to explain the proper methodology in which we convert analog into digital, means why we convert analog into digital and then digital into analog. So in that way you may need to give the example. So with this we complete the introduction of this chapter, and from next video lecture we shall start with the first type of conversion, and that is DAC. Remember this, that in this chapter we will study the digital to analog conversion first, and then we shall study analog to digital conversion, because DAC, digital to analog conversion, is rather simple as compared to ADC. DAC means digital to analog conversion, ADC means analog to digital conversion. So this particular ADC is very complicated as compared to DAC. So in order to create interest in this chapter, the first topics given are digital to analog conversion, and then we shall study analog to digital conversion in latter topics. So stay tuned to the next lecture. Thank you.